Okay guys, I want to take you through a little bit of spinal articulation. Now there are so many different ways that we can move the spine, about 50 joints of the spine, and it's really important that we get a lot of fluidity through all the different joints, the tendons, ligaments, the vertebral capsules. Okay, so what we're going to do is just, you want to be in front of a mirror here, so that's going to get you some feedback. And basically to get started with the neck, we're going to move in a transverse plane. So from this position, we're looking straight ahead, and all we're doing is bringing the ear on top of the shoulder, back to the center, ear on top of the other shoulder. Now this might be very tricky for some of you without shrugging the shoulders towards the ears. So really want to focus on the subtle movements of translating that neck above the shoulders. Okay, once you've done a few of them, you're going to turn to the side, forward and back. Okay, so most people are going to be pretty good at the forward position, not too bad at the back position. So if you bring those two movements together, you can actually start to get a little bit of a circle going. Obviously, both ways is important too. Now, from that cervical spine, you can move down into the thoracic. So we went left and right, forward and back. We're going to do the same thing with the thoracic spine. So you keep the hips exactly where they are. They do not move. And it's just the shoulders that move above the hips. Now, I don't want to be side bending here. It's not side bending. We are translating the shoulders above the hips. And then once again, you're going forward and back. So you round the chest forward and then reach the chest out. And you can see there's so many different joints that are moving as I do that. Now obviously we're going to pair that together and we get nice big circles around the hips with our thoracic spine. And then going the other way. And then lucky last is our hips, so we bring the focus down to the hips. This one looks amazing. We're going to bring the hips to the right and then hips to the left. A lot of you have done this on Friday nights. Okay, pretty simple. Most people are quite comfortable with this one. And then forward and back, it gets even better. Hip thrusters. Okay, so just like on the side angle. And then to pair that in a big circle, keeping the shoulders really still above the hips, and then back the other way. You can play games with this with a partner and say up, down, you know, clockwise, anti-clockwise, and make them change directions. You can get really complicated. You can get all the way into spinal waves, and you can translate into locomotion. So the amount of potential with learning how to use your spine in complex movement patterns is really a beautiful thing. So start with just those basic foundational movements, and then you can work from there, guys. So enjoy that. That's spinal articulation.